Chatting to trainer Alan GREEFF ahead of racing on Friday, our big race day. Really looking forward to it. And the yard will start off in race 1 with Emily Spirit, who possibly just needed her last, and Hazy Crazy Night, who will debut locally.
Morning, Nadine. Yes, Emily Spirit ran a nice race after her suspension of bleeding, and I was quite happy with that run. So hopefully she's just needed it and will bounce back to her consistent form, although last race not being too bad either. Hazy Crazy Night having her first run for the yard here in the Eastern Cape, and most probably going to be a little bit sharp for her, but I expect her to run a nice race.
In race 2, very competitive sprint, Soundcheck steps out, and she really bounced back to best last outright. Alan, you would have been happy with that?
Yeah, very happy, and if she can repeat that sort of run, she can be competitive. She's better weight terms now than last time. She's carrying 62.5 last time, and this time, she's carrying 60. Competitive field, small field, but full of dynamite.
I think that was beautifully summed up. In race 3, Foot Soldier will take to the turf, and he's never far back.
Yeah, never far back, always fluffing around in the places, and his day will come. Never, like I say, never too far. He's just got to put his mind to it. He's got a decent draw on Friday, and hopefully he'll be doing his best work late.
3 useful runners in race 4, and Phoenix is one of them, along with Go Lightly, who is in picture behind us. I think both of these ladies are going to enjoy the cutback and trip. They'll be joined by Belle of Belize, who starts for the first time in the Eastern Cape.
Yeah, Phoenix, consistent filly, and Grant knows her. He ran 4th on her the one day, and he phoned me and said, "Can I please ride her?" He says, "I know I should have won last time," so he's back on board, and hopefully he can make amends for his mistake that time. It was nothing to do with him. He just went down the inside and got really boxed in and just couldn't get out. Go Lightly, back in trip. She form, it's never really been bad. She's been to some feature races, been maybe just a little bit out of her grasp, but cut back in trip, and she's looking really well, and hopefully she can bounce back. Belle of Belize got some lovely Joburg form to go by, and she's a nice looking filly, and I think she'll run a good race. We have added a tongue tie on her for Friday.
In race 5, Bold Resolve will have to prove his mettle, up 6 points for his win last time out. He's also up in class, but Alan, he's moving in the right direction.
Definitely, he's a horse that's does whatever's asked of him, and he's climbing up the rankings. He's now playing with the big boys here, and I thought the handicapper gave him 6 points. I was a little bit disappointed, I think, for a short hit, but realised then that they gave the second horse 4 points, so he couldn't complain about that then. He's done nothing wrong. He's a nice big horse, and he's the type of horse I think you can keep following and keep in your exotics.
We move on to the first of our features, and that is the 3-year-old Roa Stakes. And here the yard will be represented by Coastal Path and the only female contender in the race, Double Destiny.
Yeah, we'll start with the filly Double Destiny. She ran a good race last time, 3rd behind much the same sort of field here by the visitors, and she's an honest filly. Coastal Path is now having his 2nd run after being gelded. He was in badly need of that run, and I expect some improvement from him.
Then it's time for the Algoa Cup, and here the yard will step out grazing in the grass. He's been consistent at this level for a while now, and Alan, he deserves his crack at an Algoa Cup run. Yeah,
looking well, working well, and hopefully, he's going to be competitive.
In race 8, we've got the duo of Whatever Next and Clifftop stepping out.
Yeah, Whatever Next, he loves the sprints, and he's run some nice races, always there and thereabout, always in the money, and definitely competitive. He's giving weight all the way around to most of the horses, but he's always there. Clifftop, he ran a good race last time, was his 2nd run after gelding, and he's carrying 55, nice galloping weight, and I think he'll be competitive. There's going to be a lot of speed in the race, and they'll all be chasing down the leader.
Finishing off for the yard in race 9 will be Picture the Moment, and he won a very good race last time out after having heaps of bad luck in his penultimate. Alan, he can be competitive again here, taking on similar.
I think so, he has had some unlucky runs in the last couple of runs, and last time out he actually made good on his bad luck. So he won a nice race, and he won convincingly, and if he repeats that sort of run, he can be competitive.
Kendall keeps the ride, and I'm sure we're hoping for another big run.